Hello, everybody. This is Sree from BizBuzz, What Matters the Most in Your Business, sponsored by My Work Belt. My Work Belt is a all-in-one software, particularly catering to small businesses. If you have not checked it out, I would highly recommend you to check it out to make your life easier and make your business more efficient. Now, today we have a guest, Gal Ezra. Gal Ezra is in Cape Town, South Africa, and he is an entrepreneur and business coach and mentor for all businesses who is believe in the truth is same for everybody and have no particular uh, target audience, and he is helping every small business owner. And Gal, how are you doing?
Very good. Thank you for having me. And I appreciate the introduction. That's exactly right. Truth applies no matter where you are. If I'm in Cape Town, it's true. If I'm in the USA, it's still going to be true. So truth applies for everyone. And you need to know that if I teach you something that isn't true in your business,
Correct.
just as true in your relationship, your romantic relationship. And that
That's
same
right.
thing I teach you is not true for your body and for your health and for your friendships, then whatever I taught you is nonsense, or a part of it is nonsense.
That's
If I
right.
teach you something and it's true, it will apply to everyone of all ages in every part of life.
Well, the truth doesn't have any color, race, gender, religion. Truth is truth. That's
No,
plain and simple.
yeah,
Now,
exactly.
when you are in a
Exactly.
business owner or you are running a business, if you wanted to achieve and you wanted to decide, okay, this is the purpose of my life as a business owner, and not everybody feel like they have achieved the purpose, or not everybody feel like they are in the direction of achieve the purpose. They start with the purpose, right? But sometimes they feel like they don't feel like they did not achieve their purpose. Why do you think they don't feel like they don't achieve the purpose?
Yes, because they don't know what purpose is.
So we are going back to the
So,
fundamentals.
sorry?
We are going back to the foundational question.
Yeah, they don't know what the word means. No, no, no. They don't even know what the word purpose means. They don't know
Okay.
what it is. Imagine I tell you, you really, really need to find your erudite. If you really work to find your erudite, you will achieve it. But you haven't been able to achieve your erudite. Can you go and achieve your erudite? Can you
Because
go
I
and
don't
achieve it?
know. I don't know what
No,
it
you
is.
can't because you don't know what you're trying to achieve. What does
Right.
erudite mean? What does
Yes.
it mean? I need to achieve my erudite. I don't know what it means. Same thing. People can't achieve their purpose because they don't actually know what it means. They don't know
Hmm.
what the word means. They think their purpose is their goal, but
So
the goal and the purpose
how
is
do
not.
you distinguish between a purpose and a goal? How do you, in a simple
Let's
layman
define it.
terms?
let's
Yeah.
let's define it. What's the difference? But first of all, let's realize that people don't know what they're saying. I want to achieve my purpose. Well, what is it? I want to achieve a goal. What is it? How is a goal different to a result? What's
Yeah.
the difference between a result and a target? What's the difference? How do you
Hmm.
know that you're going for your purpose? So if we define it, then maybe you can have a better chance of achieving it. So the
Right.
first thing to understand is that in life, what how it works is this: you are being something. I'm
Hmm.
being a father.
Hmm.
First, I need to
Yes.
be something. Then I do what needs to be done to
Hmm.
have a result,
Mm.
a
Okay.
wonderful child who's a contributing member of society. That's
That's right.
my result as a father. Our end result, that child should be contributing. So,
Mm.
but first, I needed to be that thing.
That's right.
Okay. I needed to be a dad. Then I
Hmm.
do the things and then I have the things. So, the result is the final thing which you have,
Final outcome.
which has a value. It
Mm.
has some kind of a value, like a person who's a contributing member of society has a value. If you are a salesperson
Hmm.
and you are bringing sales and income to the company, you have a value. That's your result. That's what you bring at the end.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So
That's
that's
right.
the result, a final thing that has value, not just a final thing.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it's not a result. Okay.
Mm.
Many people anybody who's a business owner has people that they've worked with who bring results. It's not really results because it's not complete or it's
Complete.
problematic. So it's
Right.
got to be valuable. Okay. In order to achieve the result, what you have at the end, we said you need to do something. And
Yes,
before that, you had to be something. Here's the weird thing. You asked, what is the goal and purpose? Your goal, everybody says, my goal is something that I will achieve in the future. They
that's
think
correct.
their goal is what they have at the end. No.
Mm.
Here's the weird thing. Goal is what you're being,
Mm.
what you
Goal is
aim to
what you are going to,
be,
you are being.
what what you are being. I am an incredibly loving and contributing father. Okay,
Mm.
that's my goal. My
Mm.
goal is a contributing and loving father. Let's say I'm going to be a Michelin star chef. My goal is I'm a Michelin star chef. It's what you are. What you are being is your goal, which
Mm.
is very
Mm.
weird. Now, by the way,
Mm.
we have 10, 12 minutes here, and this is a topic that I
Right.
could talk to you about for 10 to 12 days in order for you to really get it. So you
Correct.
have to understand that you might be saying, nah, I disagree, because you're only, not you, but I'm saying the listeners might
Yes,
be going,
yes,
I'm
yes.
disagreeing because they only heard the surface. So you have to understand we have a short time. What you then do in order to achieve your result,
Yes.
what you do, that thing that you do is called a purpose.
Also,
Purpose
the
is something
journey.
that you do. Yeah, the journey, that the actions towards the result is the purpose. So my purpose
I see.
is raising the children. My purpose is getting them educated. My purpose is what I do to, at the
The,
end, have a result.
so the purpose is actually taking the actions towards achieving the end results. So
Yeah,
in the
it is
example,
actually the actions. It's the
actually the
actions
actions,
themselves.
right?
It's
So
the
the example
actions.
you are giving in our, if your goal is to create a contributing member into the society as my son and as a father, I
That's my result. Yes.
right now I am going through the journey as to having a baby and giving the baby education and putting all my will and effort for the upbringing of the baby with the values that are
Hmm.
true to the society. And my
Purpose. That's your
actions in
purpose. That's what
doing
you
that
do.
is what the purpose is. Well, obviously that makes sense now. What now that you create that, right? So the
Mm,
my purpose is providing that path to the child to become a contributing member of the society.
100%. Now that you heard that, you go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Purpose is what I do. But you have to realize that 4 to 8 minutes ago, you listener, I'm not talking to you, Sree, but the
Correct,
listener
correct. No, that's
didn't
fine.
know that really. Now it's simple, yes? But you have to understand one thing. What that tells you is this: it's impossible to find your purpose. It's
Mm,
impossible. That's why everybody's trying to find their purpose and struggles to do it.
mm,
You cannot find your purpose. You can't. What you can do is you can find what's the result you want.
that's
That you
right.
can find. I want this result. I want to have an amazingly contributing child in society. I want to have people that are eating incredible food with an unbelievable experience. That's my result as a restaurant owner, let's
As a
say.
result of the
Okay,
restaurant
so
owner,
if
yes.
that's the result I want, if I have my result clear, okay, I want to have a child who's a contributing member of society. Now I know my purpose. Purpose is something you know based on a result. I know what I need to do. My purpose is what I need to
Mm-hmm,
do. Now
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
have the steps because the result is clear. But imagine you have no destination. You have no destination. If you have no destination, no result, you don't know where to drive.
You don't know
So
where
you
to
have no
drive.
purpose. And that's how it works. So people want to achieve their purpose. They, first of all, don't know what it is. But above that, they don't know what the word means. Now they do. But above that, they haven't defined what exactly is the result that they're going
So
for.
if we take, let's say, if you take a business owner, right, their goal is going to say, I want to double my revenue by the end of the year 2025 or 2026, whatever the year they wanted to do. I wanted to double
Yeah.
my revenue. So that is the
Yeah.
goal for doubling the revenue or doubling the business from what it is today.
No, doubling my revenue is what you want to do.
Correct.
That's what you want to do. You want to double your revenue. That's what you want to do.
Yes.
What's the result? What's the result you bring?
Mm,
So that doubling the revenue is the purpose.
right.
But
Okay.
they won't achieve, but I won't achieve it because what value at the end are you providing? If you have the value fully defined that you are providing, no problem. Many people say, I want to be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I want to be a millionaire. You can want to be a millionaire forever. I want to do what it takes to be a millionaire. You can say that forever. But if you don't know what is the value that you bring, you'll
Right.
never be a millionaire. But if you know, I have big value that I'm going to provide, big value. I know the end. I know my end result. Accordingly, I will figure out what I need to do to
Mm-hmm.
get to my end result that's clear. When you are in a forest, your only way to get out of the forest is to have a landmark, a mountain.
That's right.
If you don't, you go in circles, no
Mm.
purpose. You
Mm.
go crazy. If you know where you're going and you have a landmark, a mountain, now you
Right.
can adjust where you're going. My purpose right now is to cross a river. Now my purpose is to jump over this rock. Now my purpose is to make it across this road. Because I know the result.
The result
The, the,
is
the
where you're
result is
going.
missing.
That's the
Correct.
destination, basically, and the journey you're taking is the purpose. So,
Correct.
it is actually, if you think it that way, it makes it a lot more easier, right?
Correct.
Now, if
Yep.
you are working for a specific organization, you are working as a sales person. Now, your
Mm-hmm.
purpose is to bring the revenue or bring the sales into the organization. Now, if you don't look at that is what my purpose here in this organization, you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, and at the end of the day, you have a false expectations between the between the employer and the employee.
Yeah. Your end result of a salesperson is to bring income greater than outgo.
That's
That's the
correct.
end result.
That's right.
Income greater than outgo. If you know that, you'll know what your purpose is. That because if you don't know that and you think my purpose is just to sell or my purpose is just to bring in money, then you'll bring in money, but at too big of a discount. You'll bring in money, but with too many promises. And the promises will make things not sustainable because you don't understand that your end result is not money. Your end result is not a sale. Your end result is income greater than outgo. So you need to sell something that's profitable,
That's
not
profitable
ultra
for the
discounted.
companies. That's right.
Yes.
Gal Ezra,
So
thank you very much for joining me today. And as if I conclude as to what our dialogue is, the people don't achieve their purpose, although they start their journey, they start their business, they start their working for some company. They don't achieve the purpose is because they don't define the purpose. Now they are
they don't
not
define the
defining it.
result. They
They
don't
don't
define the
define the
result.
results, and the journey to achieve the results is the purpose. And
Correct.
that is what a simple and profound way that you provided here. And if you really look at it, in what is the purpose I'm here in any organization is to
Exactly.
provide the results. And now, once the
Yeah.
results is defined properly between employer and employee, now you have a common expectation between both of you, agreed expectation. Now you take the journey to bring that results into reality, and that fulfills the purpose why you are there in that person. Gal Ezra, thank you
Very,
very much for
very well
joining me
summarized.
today, and I hope the listeners have taken a good understanding of the purpose and how that can be achieved. And uh, we will see you in next episode. Thank you very much. If you have not subscribed to it, please subscribe and share the episode. And if you have not, click the bell icon. Please click the bell icon so that you can be notified on our new episodes. Al Azra, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank
I
you.
greatly
Thank you.
appreciate your presence.